Great, he's gonna die. Hello everybody, and welcome to episode 8, season 1 of Solo Leveling. I decided to heed everyone's caution and listen when everyone said that 7.5 was just a recap. I won't be watching 7.5. I won't even include 7.5 in this. If you've been watching these pretty consistently, you probably don't really need a recap. So we're just gonna go straight into episode 8. This is frustrating. The synopsis of this episode is Janu answers a Hunters Association request to take part in the raid of a D-ranked dungeon, where he encounters a few familiar faces. I have a feeling it has something to do with something very giant, gray, and very disturbingly creepy. But I could be wrong. A few familiar faces could be anything, I suppose. Anything is possible in this world, it seems. But I'm wondering if it's more than that, i.e. the statue people. I hope you guys are still enjoying this series of me reacting to season 1 of Solo Leveling. It has been flying by and I've been having a lot of fun, so I won't take up too much of y'all's time. We'll get straight into the episode. Oh, this elixir of life.
Cures all diseases.
Looks so tan.
It only takes 3 ingredients to craft this elixir of life. While I don't have any of them yet,
So I'll have to
I
go
do know
back to the
exactly
castle
where they are.
and get them all. Okay.
But I need to level up more.
Agreed. Last episode was stressful.
Raiding a handful of C-rank dungeons could benefit me, so I'm in.
Oh, I
That's
figured
if
he
you
would
agree
accept.
to no strike team. Only you and I go in.
By ourselves.
Y'all can
So
handle
do we
it
have
for
a deal?
sure. That's what I said in the last episode. I said they both clear it.
Fewer people going in means less chance of casualties.
Yeah, they just have the
And
people like
since you're
wait at the
doing this to
front.
persuade your
Boss, let's do it. 19 raids. I'll handle arranging gates and
Oh,
recruits.
got it. Hey, we haven't seen her in a while.
Hello there, sir. Is there something you need?
I wish I
was
had
waiting for the
heightened
right
senses
moment
like
to
that.
approach, but
Miss
here,
Cha?
Please take my card.
The scenes we get with characters like that
It's been
is
over a
so
decade.
short.
Infrastructure, the
Was he about to
economy,
break the news to his
media,
dad?
and the very foundation of our lives no longer operate without the resources found in the gates. Then there's the Hunters Association. The government will continue to fund them as long as there are hunters to be overseen. The ones who collect the majority of dungeon resources to keep our economy going. The 5 largest in the country. They have a functional monopoly on all dungeon-related profits.
All that may be true, but recruiting an S-rank hunter to act as my brother's business partner is such a dicey move, especially when I'm right here.
Yeah, give him a chance. Not that he's an S rank, but he probably could still do it.
Looks like none of the extra reps count anymore.
What do people ever think he's like looking at
Cursed
if
random
he's
loot
around
box I was
people?
offered. Chance I could have gotten another item as valuable as the Demon's Castle key. Random loot boxes aren't all bad. The key to that instance dungeon came from one, so
A bingo card.
with my stats as high as they are now, 3 points aren't enough to make much difference. It'd be nice if I still had an efficient way to level up.
Yeah, I was wondering what
yeah,
he would do to
the
level up
penalty
more.
zone. They need hunters for a D-rank gate.
I can't
Beggars
think of like
can't be
what would
choosers.
maybe be the best way for him to level up. Because that's what I was thinking. I was like, maybe he can just go back into like the mini dungeons he does for his quests, and that would be the best way. But
You're too good. To fight you in your prime would be an honor.
It's been a few months now. When are you gonna stop fretting over my arm?
oh yeah,
Another
another person with their
low
arm
ranks get a lot
gone.
of the-
Is retiring completely out there?
He retired?
I
see
would
your
have.
point. I only lost my arm when I could have lost my life. I'd really like to spend whatever time I have left helping people out.
My next raid request came in.
So scared. I would never do it again.
It's so dangerous.
To be fair, that raid
My
was an
nephew starting
anomaly, though.
preschool, and that one incident was just an exception.
Let's hope,
I'm sorry.
though.
I get what-
Probably not.
Please be careful, okay?
Hey, Daddy.
Yeah?
Are you strong like superheroes?
Great, he's gonna die. They're setting us up for him to die.
You have got some damn nerve. You should just admit that interview was supposed to be for you, not me.
He's such a passionate talker.
Oh, what's this about?
Look behind you and you'll see a detailed report about something I thought should be brought to your attention.
Oh, it's the
Eugene
construction?
Construction are getting ready to launch their own guild.
I'm wondering if they'll try to take their own hands to try and control it.
But wouldn't someone with your issues just get in the way? Daddy's work.
Look, my life isn't yours to control!
What? She's offended. She's been such a scaredy cat.
I want to try.
I almost forgot about her, honestly. Wait. Imagine all of these people that are about to go into this next raid or into this next dungeon all do the same thing that happened to Jinu, and they all the ability to level up like Jinu's leveling up, and then it's this new guild, and it's just this group of hunters that are all like S++. Everybody who's about to go on this raid is kind of like the same people that were in the last dungeon where everybody died, but maybe these are like the strongest of the strongest. I feel like what I'm saying is not making sense, but just imagine they all sacrifice themselves and die, come back to life, level up like Jinu's been leveling up, and then they're all under that same new guild. That's what I'm trying to get across. Because definitely this has to be the text for that. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm curious. And these two are S rank hunters as well, right?
Hunter Hayin Cha, and what can I do for you today?
From Eugene Construction offered me a job.
All right, already
They
starting.
have plans to launch a new guild soon.
Thanks for your loyalty and honesty.
I hope Jin was able to become the guild master.
I'd like to know your honest thoughts regarding Jeju Island. It should be discussed, not sealed off and forgotten due to
That's
our
when where
failure.
all those S rank
Only
hunters
occasional
couldn't
reconnaissance is
complete,
done from the
right?
shore. I can't leave that island as it is, which is why I intend to clear it in the very near future.
Everyone's got to get stronger.
I would think that you'd want to return to Jeju. Isn't there something you left behind?
Oh?
I'll beg you,
What's
if that's
this?
what it takes, just please kill them. I'm heading out.
What do we think that
You're
was?
working on a holiday.
I have a stable income now. Be happy. See ya.
Wait, what the?
Don't worry about it.
Since my awakening didn't affect my physical strength, my sword is useless against magical beasts.
See, like he's like one of the types of people who could really use a second chance. You know, he's very honorable and is missing a limb now.
Mr. Song.
What are the odds we just meet on the street? I recall you losing your right leg.
I did, but when I woke up in the hospital, it was still there.
They reattached it.
I heard the white
Or
tigers.
something.
Bet you anything there was a high-ranked healer among them.
The highest.
What? The association messaged me, said it's urgent.
I got the message too.
See, it's like a reconvening of all the same people.
This is quite the little reunion.
The gang's all here.
Awkward.
Of course they're ashamed. We escaped with our lives, but sacrificed Jinu in order to do so.
Brought out a lot of people's true character.
Being reunited like this.
You are Jinu, aren't you?
I am. I swear.
Aw. Who's that? Genwa? Oh.
We got a fine little lady in this group, fellas.
Who's that? It's Hannibal Lecter.
Loser.
What is
I know all
this?
kinds of games.
Shut your dirty mouth. This isn't a play date.
What is that?
You all will be
Why are
accompanied
these
by
people
3 prisoner
here?
substitute hunters who are out on good behavior.
Substitute hunters?
Good behavior.
You'll also be joined by an overseer from the association, Taishik Kong, so you can rest assured.
Those people look really scary. The guy kind of almost looks like Jinu. If he just got a
As my associate
fun haircut.
previously mentioned, we'll need a leader, though. Do we have any volunteers?
Think you'd be willing to follow my lead again?
Of course I would, sir.
Oh.
I appreciate you giving me this chance.
I'm glad they're having this reunion.
6 of us did make it out. So let me say this on behalf of all the survivors. I am so grateful to you.
I'm gonna be so annoyed with this episode. I know they're gonna walk in, the episode's
Brace
gonna
yourselves,
end.
everyone.
Very,
Here we
very
go.
chill one. God, what? I mean, I guess it wasn't that surprising because I was looking at the time and I was like, oh, I've already been recording for 24 minutes and usually these episodes are only 25. I was hoping we would get like an extra minute or something. I didn't know I was going to say it right after I said that. Okay, well, that episode was definitely preparing us for episode 9. I was wrong about the familiar faces. I kind of thought in the back of my mind, I was like, maybe it's going to be the people that he first ran his dungeon with when he ran into the statue people. But since I also wasn't sure who he'd be going with, I kind of thought just the situation of the statues being there was going to be the familiar faces. But honestly, that's still an entire possibility, especially now that we know that all of these people were in that one situation together. And I mean, what are the odds and what are the chances that these are all people who survived and now we're all together going into a D rank dungeon? I'm still gonna stick with my theory that they probably will run into the statue room and maybe be faced with another really large challenge. I think a lot of them probably think, oh, what are the chances of that happening again? So therefore they feel a little more comfortable running this dungeon, but maybe in the back of their minds they also have a feeling that something bigger is about to happen. I am curious about my theory on them all dying and having a rebirth period where they're all able to level just like Janu is able to, and then that becomes kind of the new guild. Obviously that's just me theorizing. With the cards that are laid out on the table right now, that kind of makes the most sense to me. But obviously you guys know better than I do to think that there's going to be 6 people who all die, and maybe it won't even be everybody, considering 3 of those people out of those 6, and we also have 3 prisoners. There's kind of only like 2 really good and honest and honorable people that are about to go in this dungeon with Janu. I'm curious if that kind of gives us a lot of people to sacrifice essentially and have them killed like in that first dungeon. I definitely feel like it's gonna happen to Juji, just because in this episode her mom was saying that she's a scaredy cat, that even though she's a level B, it means she's pretty strong. That whole conversation just kind of made me feel like it was preparing us for maybe a chance for her to become stronger. So I don't know, maybe they'll just keep on making everybody sacrifice themselves until they become S+++ rank hunters. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I know it was a bit on the chiller side, but I can't do anything about that. So I hope you'll tune in next week for season 1, episode 9. You've been hiding your skills. I just read that for the first time. Okay, well now I definitely can't wait for next week to come. Part of me just wants to go ahead and watch it and combine it with this episode, but I'm not going to do that. I'm really trying to be patient while I watch these. Either way, I hope you guys have a great rest of your Saturday and tune in for next week, season 1, episode 9. If you're not already following me on all my socials, of course, I'll link it in the description below. You can join the Discord and chat with us about solo leveling or other things that you want to see me react to. And other than that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye!